Awesome. So now we're live on both streams. Hi, everyone on YouTube. Hi, everyone on Instagram. Welcome to today's live stream, Moon Day live stream, where I'll be discussing the energies of this planetary period ahead of us. I'm really excited to be doing so because there is a lot of energy coming online. Let me bring my brightness up a bit on my phone. Wait 1 second. Cool. And then I know my brightness is all the way up on my computer. Awesome. Cool. Hi. So yeah, this is a really great start. I already pulled some cards from the Ivy, oh my gosh, Beyond the Myriad deck. And these are really exciting cards for the day where we discuss, first the heart chakra, which of course is the 5 card. Then freedom, which is the 25-7 energy coming online. And then the last one is stepping through. And I love this card. I actually don't believe I've picked this card before. So I'm going to go ahead and read about this one because we all know about the heart chakra, grounding into that energy, which is a really important card for me to pull today because this is the week in which I will be in my solar return. So the heart energy is totally online as the heart in Cellestiallography is intimately connected to the sun. So I love this card. It's really an affirmation to just ground into the beingness of everything that I am. And my heart is in, of course, Taurus. So it's great to also see that, such a green energy, such an emerald green card. And also, if you look, there's this dragonfly, which is also popping up in the freedom card as well. So there's a lot of energy about flying and freedom, which I believe is really beautiful and on time at this time, because we will be expanding a lot into our wings as we come online with some of the more magical centers that will be appearing throughout this planetary period. So it's great to see all of this dragonfly energy. It makes me feel very held and embraced by the fairy and by the fae energy. And of course, again, the stepping through, which I love because there's the heart chakra, of course, with the Merkaba centered at the center, at the middle. And then all of the it seems almost as if her legs are fusing into the lotus. And so she's like gaining an aquatic form, which is totally my energy. If you all know everything about my celestial alignments, my heart actually is in the 12th house. My sun is actually in the 12th house. So there's this Piscean, watery, Neptunian energy that I'm really highly attuned with. And for me personally, I connect me so much with the mermaid, merfolk, sea folk energies as well. And so I always feel at peace in the water. And a lot of the transmissions that we've been doing recently have been actually connecting us back into this more aquatic form. So if you feel inclined, definitely feel free to check those out. They're all up on my YouTube. And I would love to, have some discussions with you about that later. What I also see here is a hummingbird, and there have been a hummingbird is one of my avian forms, one of my air forms. I have, some eagles and some owls, but hummingbird is really personal to me. And I love seeing them as well on here. I feel very well represented. Also, there's been hummingbirds that have been coming up on my windowsill recently. So just seeing them here too, it's just a complete affirmation and an embrace of their energy that I know has been fluttering around me, but is also obviously evidently here as well to embrace us now together as a collective. So it's great to be able to share that energy with each and every one of you as well. So here we go. I'm going to read about, I flipped to 48. And actually, what's interesting is this page, the 47 page, or the 47th card page, is a little dog marked. And again, that is the card of stepping through. So it's like I was meant to step through here at this portal today. So it's beautiful to see this. So 47 stepping through is about following your heart, dreaming big, stepping through something that has been holding you back, the threshold, starting new projects, self-belief, and it is all possible that the road less traveled is one to go forth through. Trust. Step in and step up all those dreams or projects you have been putting off. Now is the time to start, even if it's just one small element of the bigger picture. Although "just do it" has been coined by a commercial brand, it is one of my fundamental mantras, is the Ivy. We will always have myriad reasons why today isn't the day, but remember, opportunity dances with those who are already on the dance floor. H. Jackson Brown Jr. When you start something, talk about it. take consistent steps to actualize it, and you will see it take on a momentum of its own. I love that because I definitely do talk a lot about big projects I'm thinking about when I'm in it. So thank you, because it's an affirmation, and I have been talking about it recently. I've been expanding more on different social platforms, and I'll be discussing that later, more personally with myself before I share with you all. But I definitely have been recognizing the power and potentiality of expanding. So this is a beautiful card to see today. The right people, places, and opportunities will magnetize, and it will start to come together. Don't be afraid to fail. The success we see around us has come from perseverance. Falling and getting up again is a part of the journey. Focus your energies and commit to seeing your vision become a reality. You are human. I don't believe everyone's that human, actually. Some people are more humanoids, I'll say that. So you are a humanoid. So set reasonable expectations and know that when you apply yourself, you can make amazing things happen. Building a dream can seem overwhelming, but if you break it down and make a plan, you will gracefully find a way through. I actually have to do that with some projects coming up. So it's interesting to see this card coming through at this time. I definitely have to go through and make a venture plan for a final project later this week. So this is, again, a really great affirmation at this time. Well, later this planetary period. So, yes, I'll read that again. You are a humanoid, so set reasonable expectations and know that when you apply yourself, you can make amazing things happen. Building a dream can seem overwhelming, but if you break it down and make a plan, you will gracefully find a way through. You might be able to manage most aspects of a project, and it is great to have an incentive to learn more skills, but it doesn't mean you need to do it on your own. Whatever you are aiming to achieve, there are people out there with those tools, skills, and energy you may be missing. Look at the bigger picture and delegate. That's why I actually have been expanding onto different social media platforms. Look at my third eye itching, literally, because I know that there are communities out there that I still need to tap in with. A mentor, people on a similar journey, or an accountability buddy can be wonderful supporters and allies. I have a mentor right now in my life. She's been incredible, and I really appreciate her. She's been taking me to all the most incredible cultural events throughout New York City, and it's such an embrace. I really appreciate her. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Shout out to you. Following your dreams is fulfilling and empowering, but as it is often a path less traveled, you may need to plot your own course or invent a way through. Also, consider what kind of lifestyle you would like and how this may change and evolve as you do. What you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness is genius, power, and magic in it. John Anster, inspired by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Ah, wow, the magic! The divinatory meaning of this card is the time is now. No more excuses or tomorrows. Whatever you've been putting off, the universe is now pushing you to make it happen. You may feel a little outside your comfort zone, but that is where the magic happens. Take a leap. Combine your intuition with a plan of action. Break it down and trust the puzzle will come together piece by piece through the courageous act of making a start. This is incredible. Wow. Well, this is again the Stepping Through card by Izzy Ivy and her Beyond Lemuria deck. I love this one. Really, really incredible. So thankful to receive that energetic embrace today. Actually, I'll put that right here. So I thought I'm actually going to light a bit of. Well, actually, I don't have my lighter. Actually, I do have a lighter. I think I do. I think I do. Yes, I do. Ooh, yay. So grateful. So I'm going to go ahead and light this. Palo santo ite ku iti ro ko ni sha ila kai la sha o ite itana sha kai la as u kuma o te sha ite kuma ai sha ai ni isa ala ko u ite na ya sha o ki ite ina ya ka ai na ya la ku u ya sha ai ite ino ko o ai si na ya o ki i sha kai na ya sa ai yeah, okay. Oh, oh my gosh, ita ya kaila ita ita ay. Ni iti 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 ko uti iti shakoi. Nai ala taya 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 kai shuko oi. Ma ataya taya taya shu. I'm gonna go ahead and link my donations in the chat so that everyone has that. If you would like to pour into me, this would be a great time to do so. As of course, my birthday is this Wednesday, so I'm really excited to be able to receive any and all donations at this time. I will begin today by speaking on, well, I've already begun, but I will begin today's overview of the planetary period by speaking on the energies of today. So, as of now, at this present moment, we are seeing the energies come through as flowing in and around what we've seen pretty much throughout this entire throughout the entire past few planetary periods. This again, source energy, or really highly source energy, and then the source center, both coming online very strongly to awaken us to our inner knowing, our matrilineal connections between the great beyond and everything that we are attached to, connected to, embraced by. All of our ancestors are coming online at this time to show us exactly who we thought we were ever to be, to remind us that we can be everything that we've dreamed ourselves into being, and to let us know that that which we are is that which we are sourced from, as in our ancestors are the embodiment of everything that we have dreamed ourselves into being. And we are everything that they've ever hoped to see come to life. So to be able to be in this embrace and to know that our ancestors are still continuing to watch over us at this time and providing what I would say stargates, really, for us to open ourselves into, through, and around the energy of the universe is really incredible. There's a lot of etheric or clear energy happening at this time to support this awareness, right? So just taking that time to meditate and really sit in self, and also connect with, your living ancestors at this time, to know that they are here to support you as well. Just know that they are here to love on you, even when it may not seem like they are. You are simply a reflection of all that they've ever dreamed into being. So reflect that, embody that, embrace that, and show up fully and ultimately in all nouns, so that they, those who are watching, your ancestors and your loved ones, may see you for all that you are. Itaya kui, itaya nayashai. Li itane kuteretereteteshukoi. Ni isa ai tai 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 lokoi itaya nayashai. Ni asai itirikai. Nayaku itiritishukoi. What I'm also witnessing is that May 9th, it's going to be supercharged. Oh my gosh. Beginning around this time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on May 9th, which is tomorrow, and this planetary day of Mars Day, we will be witnessing the energy of the Diamond Dragons, the Diamond Star Dragons, the Serpent Dragons, if you want to call them that as well, coming back online. That's going to be really exciting because they will be supporting this expansion into and through and around the heavenly cosmic core, so that we may expand ourselves into and through other realities, timelines, lifetimes, and receive all of the source energy that is meant for us at this time. They're going to be, if you could call them in, if you allow yourself to witness their energy. Let me actually pull a card just to show a face for them right now. But if you can envision these serpent dragons, these Diamond dragons. Oh my gosh, wow, okay, well, I didn't even have to do too much. This one was throwing itself out there. So this is the pure white dragon from Orion, which I love because, again, I've been talking about these heavenly cosmic cores. This is a pure white dragon from Orion. I'm pretty sure he's a ninth dimensional dragon, if I am correct. Oh, seventh dimensional dragon, quote unquote, per Diana Cooper's, but I'm tapped in. So whatever he may be for that reading, I definitely see an expanded light. And if you see these wings, it's pure light, pure light, pure light. And it's so lovely to witness. It's such a beautiful dragon. This dragon transforms our essential knowledge into pure wisdom. In processing what we know, act with truth, once more again, in honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. Yes, of course. All these dragonfly energies, our wings of light, are coming online, truly. And that is so on par with the themes of this week, this planetary period, because normally these normally the diamond serpent dragons are not winged, they just flow through the air without needing to have wings. But if we recognize that they're wings of light, then of course, like, everything has wings, right? It's like we all have a field around us that projects and emits light rays. And so that's what I'm seeing with this. It's very serpentine form, largely, if you can see the rest of its body. But the wings are truly just wings of light. And that is what allows them to expand. And that's incredible as well. So I love that. So if you needed a visual, maybe for some of the dragons coming online, look to the star dragons. Of course, I did say the diamond star dragons are coming online, right? And then it says from Orion. Of course, Orion is a star system. Well, a constellation, I would say, right? A constellation, the Orion constellation in our night sky, but made up of different star systems and galaxies. It's just a way of dividing the heavens from the earthly terrestrial realm. So it's nice to see them coming online again directly from the stars, literally. And then we also recognize that later in that planetary day of Mars Day, which is tomorrow, there's going to be a beautiful, beautiful alignment, as right now, as of yesterday, we entered into the age of queens and sovereigns, which is one of the fairy dominion's most spectacular ages. It's that same time space in which Queen Titania of the fairy is here and very present. And so it's incredible to see this energy streaming online as of May 9th, the day before my birthday. They'll be here by the 15th hour. So by 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful queens and sovereigns of Fatum will come online, supported by the Moon Center, actually, which is really, really also exciting, because this alignment will allow a direct outpour of magic from the moon into our beingness. And so it's going to be a Capricorn moon, right? And this Capricorn moon is complemented directly by this energy of the fairy dominion and the queens and sovereigns, which is innately establishing a connection with Cancer. And so this Cancer and this Capricorn energy are going to be complementing each other really nicely and creating a harmonization effect that spans outwardly, as now we have come back into a space-time in which Star Center is regained on the terrestrial realms. That's something that I personally have a connection with, is my star center is more sovereign on the terrestrial realms rather than the celestial realms. So it's really exciting to see these energies come online at this time. And it's actually an incomplete embrace too, because I know that I personally have this alignment riding through my own um, birthday, birth energies, solar return energies. And so it's really exciting to see that this is specifically the alignment for my solar return. Hey, Lorenzo, welcome to the space. Happy to see you here. I'm just speaking about some of the energies of this planetary period. Right now, I'm discussing the energies coming online tomorrow, which I just pulled this dragon card, of course, and I was saying that some of the energies that are going to be complementing each other are the diamond star dragons, and then I flew out this card from Orion, which is obviously a constellation within our sky. It's also interesting because I was just watching this show kind of in the wee hours of the day, around like 6 a.m. or so, my time. And it's this show called Sweet Tooth on Netflix. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but it's basically this show about like hybrids, right? Like all these hybrid children come online, start being born after a certain time, kind of like a post-apocalyptic era, because there's this huge like pandemic basically. And then after this pandemic in the show, not really, but and actually the show debuted during 2021, so it was kind of in the middle of our pandemic. Um, they actually end up having these hybrid children being born, and that is now only the children, like only wait, how do I say? So basically, all the children now being born are hybrid children. They either have like like some wolf in them or some owl or deer. And so it's really interesting to see them coming online at this time. And it was a really cool show because in this episode, at least, it was kind of like a backstory, and it was talking about kind of the process of how this happened, how this came to be before this whole crisis took over. And they were actually mentioning the Orion constellation and the other individual who's kind of like a nerd, quote unquote, in the show. He mentioned that the alternative name for the constellation of Orion is the Megra constellation, and this Megra constellation is actually the deer, and this deer is really central to the show. So it's really interesting to see this Orion dragon come online right now, because it's showing us again that these diamond star dragons are here for us, but it's also the sense of them coming from this constellation that has just been brought into my awareness, which is re-envisioned as not just Orion the hunter, but Migra the deer as well. Hi, love. Welcome so much to this space. I'm happy to see you here, and I hope you're enjoying yourself on this beautiful moon day. Thank you for stopping by. I'm just discussing some of the energies of this planetary period ahead of us. So as I go on, I do want to bring our attention back to the magic of this incredible alignment in which the star center, or simply star center, is aligning with the lunar center. And we're creating this connection between the Cancerian energy that is connected with the star center, bringing us back into the age of queens and sovereigns, and the Capricorn energy that is connected with the lunar center, that is bringing us back into an awareness of the, what I would say, descendant, the lineage, the bloodlines, the princesses, even of the Moon Queendom. And so this connection is really incredible because we're getting to see this dance occur, this magical, inspirational time in which we can. Oh my gosh. Lorenzo, I was just considering diving back onto TikTok earlier today, and I know you're a marketing dude, so I really appreciate your insight. I have considered it, and I probably will be diving back on there soon enough. No worries about that. My friend has blown up on TikTok live streams, and apparently you can only do it with like 10,000 followers, actually. So we'll see about that. I'll I'll get into that, I guess, sooner or later. But I have considered it, definitely. Thank you for mentioning it. In that same realm of thought, just expanding, right? As we come onto this awareness of the lunar center, star center, the diamond dragon, source center, and the cosmic core, there's going to be now 5 celestial centers that are going to be online as of tomorrow, May 9th, 2023, Mars Day. And so it's going to be all this clear energy that we're experiencing right now is going to be now supported and brought online by this Electra energy, by this really physically incarnate energy that is going to be here later in this planetary period, which is going to be really exciting because it's going to ground us a lot and make sure that all the energy that we've been feeling and sensing and having to perceive very etherically over today and the rest of today will now be crystallized around us. We'll be able to envision and witness and perceive really clearly, really very physically, the things such as magic, the dragons, the connections between our ancestors, and the moon itself, like very evidently. Like it's just going to be a very, very potent, powerful time in which we're able to perceive all the things that I'm discussing at this time. What's also interesting is that later again on this planetary period, as of tomorrow, Mars Day, May 9th, there will be this energy of the lunar center again, of course, connecting with the descendant, the bloodlines, the princesses, quote unquote. And it's so exciting because we are actually in this Taurus season right now. So this Taurus sun and this Capricorn moon are going to be really heavily complementing each other and creating this really grounded field that allows us to bring into manifestation, actualization, magnetization, anything and everything that we've ever hoped and dreamed for. Our dreams are going to be very active at this time as well, and we'll be able to shoot a lot of light sparks into our subconscious or our inner realities. And so it's going to be really exciting because we'll be able to ground into that dream more like reality very easily, very efficiently, and then bring it online through the magic of the star center and the fairy dominion. And so it's going to be really exciting to see that. Yes, I love that you used that emoji. I would have definitely used, let me see which one. I would have used probably, don't they have a front-facing bull? I would have used, wait, don't they? I used the cow. Yeah, it's the cow, but it's also, where is the bull? Oh my gosh, wait, don't they have a bull? Oh yeah, I would have used this one. You used the cow. I love you, Lorenzo. I would have used that one for the for tourist season, but I'm here for it. I love the cows too. I honestly, I really appreciate us. I appreciate the cows and the bulls and all of us. But we got our horns out. So, um, and continuing on later into this planetary period, as of May 9th, around 9 p.m. now Eastern Standard Time, the Diamond Dragons will go offline. So it's going to be a time in which we will only be able to perceive their energy for around from 12 to so around 9 hours, a 9 hour portal or so of the Diamond Dragons, the Diamond Star Dragon specifically, that will be here tomorrow. So if you would like to, really create a field of protection around the things in which you are birthing or the things in which you're hoping to expand outwards into, that would be the time to do it. Know that you can call on these diamond dragons so that they can create a field of protection, a field of awareness around your star centers, really, but also around your like stellar star lineage and your star families, so that at that time that those diamond dragons will be specifically here to be directed directly to what you would need them to, which most normally is a sense of, again, because they are the diamond star dragons, around the stars and around the stars in which you most pertain to or connect with. And so whether you come or hail from a star specifically, or whether you just connect really specifically with the star's energy, you can call those diamond star dragons in specifically through that period of around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that they'll be able to create this beautiful field around you and protect you and that connection that you co-create with the stars at that time. Doja vibes, I'm screaming. Doja's I love what she's doing right now. She's really subverting the culture and like people are like falling for it, and it's really funny. At a time I was like kind of on a fence about how and where I felt about her, but she has been um, really funny recently, and I appreciate how much she's like messing with people's minds, because that's just divergent thought. She's showing people how to think differently and how to think outside of the box, and oftentimes it's really difficult for people to do that when they're kind of stuck in their day-to-day rut. So it's really incredible to see her doing that work. I also do want to share the link to my YouTube over here if anyone is inclined on Instagram to check out my YouTube. I'm streaming live on both YouTube and on Instagram. I do that every moon day just so that everybody has the ability to connect on whichever platform they feel most inclined. And sometimes it's really a lot easier to connect on YouTube, because I know that on Instagram, you can't really leave the screen and do a lot of other things. So if you feel inclined, there's always the YouTube as well. You said I had a dream of the moon a lot and planetary alignments. I'm not really sure what it means. Well, definitely feel free to send me a question. I put my email in that link, but you can also send me a DM. Or just tune back in on Wings and Witches Wednesday. That's always the day in which I do a co-creation Q&A. So if there's any questions that have come up, or if you've kind of thought of a specific question that you have, definitely feel free to ask on Wednesday for Wings and Witches Wednesday, because it's going to be a great day in which I can actually streamline specifically anything that you would like answered. And it's also going to be my birthday this week, so it's really exciting to have that energy coming online. I would love to bask and play in some of the energies of my birthday with you and with each and every one of you watching and tuning in at this time. So thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you've been, perceiving the moon a lot lately, though, because right now, again, there are those energies of Cancer and of Cancer point blank, but of Mars now and Venus both in Cancer as well. So of course we connect Cancer back with the moon. So this lunar energy is here floating, fluttering, and really cleansing and clearing us at this time. And it's going to be really, really great, powerful portal for dreams and for dream activations. So really tune into your dreams over the following few days, because as I'm going to mention, throughout the rest of the planetary period, I spoke about, of course, the energy is coming online over the next 2 days. But what's also really interesting is that, again, now from around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on May 9th, 2023, Mars Day, which I guess at that point it's Mars night, all the way until the end of this planetary period, there's going to be a very powerful portal for our dreams and for magic, as the fairy dominion and the lunar center, or the lunar dominions, specifically the moon queendom and the sovereign celestial empire, are going to be really here, powerfully present for us to tap into, so that we can really have a very deep connection with our dream state and know how connected intimately our dreams are to our powers and our magic powers, of course. Right, so it's going to be really, 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 really powerful at this time, because also, as I can touch on this as well, the energies of this planetary period are a lot about harmonization. Of course, we start off this planetary period with a connection between star center floating through and fluttering into this Cancerian energy, and then lunar center floating and fluttering through this Capricorn energy. So there's already a harmonization effect there. But also, star center is connected to Cancer at this time. So we're going to see this source center also being connected with Cancer at this time as well. And so star center and source center are both connected to this Cancerian energy, and star center and source center are often kind of diametrically opposed. They're kind of opposites of each other. And so it's going to be really, really, really beautiful to see them harmonizing each other within the space of Cancer energy. It's going to be a huge, huge, huge embrace of the divine or the cosmic mother at this time. And so that's why I actually chose the cover image of today's live stream. If you ever tapped back in and saw that, there's going to be a beautiful crescent moon and a moon in the back and a moon in the foreground. And it's really incredible because, again, we are stepping into this huge portal of lunar energy over the following few days. I mean, pretty much the entirety, of this planetary period ahead of us is going to be focused on the energies of the moon and the stars and of the galaxy. And so it's going to be really incredible, because we've been really focused on a lot of this source energy, a lot of this sacral, a lot of this, divine and ancestral energy that has been coming online over the past few planetary periods. And so now it's going to finally have a chance, an opportunity to be harmonized through the energy of the moon specifically, and of the stars and the galaxy. And that's going to be really, really nice, because a lot of the kind of deeper work that we've had to do over the past few planetary periods will start to pay off at this time, as we kind of ascend or awaken into our powers of not just our two physical eyes, but also our first eye, right? Because over the course of this planetary period, I believe we'll be streaming through Capricorn energy, we'll be streaming through Aquarius energy, we'll be streaming through Piscean energy as well. So it's going to be a very, very powerful portal for just awakening on large, right? Those are the final members of the astrological wheel, and it's going to be leading us directly right up to the new moon later in this later the next planetary period. I believe the new moon might be. Let me just check. The new moon will be on the 19th. Okay. Yeah, so it'll be leading us up to the new moon on May 19th, which is, of course, within the realm of the following planetary period, next Fay Day. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's so lovely. Going to be tapping into that for the Fay Day channel transmission shortly. So definitely stay tuned for that energy as well. Just, really excited about this planetary period. There's so much energy coming online. There's so much energy to support us in our expansion. As again, we've pulled these cards earlier today, awakening us to the powers of our heart, the magic of the sun, and the ability to step through any barriers, step through any doors, step through any portals that are calling to us at this time so that we may embrace our energy that is, I want to say, cosmically our birthright, right? Like often talk about, I've talked about in the past, what I call like our, and this is going to be really, this is something I've held to my chest, but it's basically our inheritance, our celestial inheritance, and there's more words to it as well, but our inheritance and the things that we receive from the stars, right? Because that's how I've been able to envision a lot of the celestial alignments that we possess. It's really our inheritance, those things that the stars have gifted us and given us and presented us with, so that we may remind ourselves always, forever, and ultimately that we are a part of and basically enmeshed within the stars in the universe, right? The galaxy, of course, as well. So it's a really powerful, powerful, powerful time for us to expand our energy, especially, of course, with now this Venus and Cancer and Venus and Mars both in this Cancer energy. It's going to be a really very powerful time for expansion, because in Cellestiallography, we always perceive Cancer as the cosmic mother, of course, archetype, but also this force which is innately governing over the accelerating expansion of the universe, of the galaxy, of the multiverse. And through her powers, through Cancer's powers, through those ancestors, we're always able to see ourselves stretching, floating, fluttering into new realms of thought, into new realms of imagination, belief, and what we could ever perceive to be possible and potential as well. So imagination is going to be really powerful at this time, so that we can step into these new doors. Again, there's also always this really powerful source energy fluttering through all that ether that's going to be very powerful at this time as well, to allow us to charge up our dreams and to fuel our dreams. Doing a lot of breath work at this time. Into the nose and calling it down all the way into the belly. And out through the mouth. It's going to be super, super, super powerful, super, super, super powerful, so that we can connect ourselves back and fuel ourselves up with the source energy of the universe, knowing that we are ultimately connected to the galaxy and the spins of the universe, the planets, stars, etc., our sun and our solar system. So at this time, it's a great awareness that we are, again, truly, innately, intimately connected with the universe and the galaxy. So that is most of the planetary period ahead of us. There's again this just super powerful portal for the star center, for really the fairy dominion, of course, actually, for the lunar center, and for the source center, which is really going to be concentrated in our ancestral and our divine dominions. And then, of course, for the cosmic and heavenly core, which is focused in the core of creation. So that's super powerful. I'm really, really excited for it. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I hope that everyone is able to embrace some of these energies as they stream online. And if you hopefully do feel inclined, definitely tap in later this planetary period for our Wings and Witches Wednesday co-creation Q&A, where you can ask any questions, where you can actually join on the live stream if you would like. It's only going to be on Instagram, so everybody on there, on my YouTube watching there, definitely feel free to tap in on that platform, because it's only going to be on Instagram. And I love that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the fairy and the fae are coming online this week, my love. This planetary period, they're going to be very presently powerfully here for us. And it's, of course, so powerful and so potent, so perfect for this May energy that we're now in, because May is the month of the fae. Of course, it's Mermay, but it's also the month of the fae. So many supernatural beings come to light during this month. So it's super incredible to see that they are fluttering and dancing around you as well. And of course, I did pull these cards earlier in which we discussed again some of these energies, and you see just all of that wing expansion coming online. And even right here, there's a lot of butterflies and hummingbirds. So there's just a great energy of wing expansion. It's going to be an incredible time to dive into the magic. So I look forward to seeing you all for the Wings and Witches Wednesday at 12:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And actually, unfortunately, this planetary period, we will not have a Fade Day channel transmission. I mean, we may be able to do 5 minutes, but I don't really believe so because I have another engagement at that time. So Wings and Witches Wednesday will be really the only time to tap in with me before the following planetary period, May 15th, where we tap in once more for another Moon Day live stream. So thank you all so very much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And I thank you so, so, so very much for being here. I love that it all made sense for you and that you've been having the best feeling. I really do honor that. And I appreciate that. And thank you for sharing. And I'm so glad that you've been feeling the universe wants to give you these gifts. Just really simply be present so that you can receive the presence of the universe and the galaxy and the stars. I love you all so very much, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your moon day. I'll speak with you soon, and hopefully I'll see you on Wings and Witches Wednesday. Bye now.